Hey everybody, Audrey here. In today's video, I'm going to continue my fall Hoya tour. Here is my Hoya Crimson Princess. As you can see, it did not die off as I was actually afraid of. I did an emergency repot this Hoya in the middle of summer, I believed, into this bigger pot. As I don't know why I did that. It's definitely don't need this big pot, so I may have to repot this one again, hopefully next week or so. It was actually died off really bad. It was all withered and all looked like this. So I repot this one, and I also did a little bit cutting just in case this one won't survive. I put this one outside for the most of the summer, and it actually started to grow a lot, tiny little growth right here. So it definitely looks better than it used to be, but there's still some branches that just don't look that good. So I think I'll probably have to repot this one into a smaller pot. And also I had some cutting from this plant. I probably just put all of them together into one big pot, not this big, into one smaller size pot. So yeah, but I'm really excited. This one is actually started to grow and looks really good again. Here's my Hoya Kurai. It's no longer that tiny little plant, and it actually grew a little bit. It's kind of funny. This one I keep breaking out the tips, the growing tips, so it keeps re-branching out from where it was broken. So it kind of grow a little bit weird, but overall it looks really good at this point. And the leaves growing pretty good. It's a little bit smaller, but I think they probably will grow bigger. I haven't seen it growing much yet. Actually, let me point it out. These tips looks like it's about to grow. Let me see if I can let you guys see. Yeah, but that's the only growing tip right now that I see on this plant. There's no others growing tips or any new growth on this one, but it has several different branches from breaking off. But overall it looks healthy, and I kind of like this growing pattern, just going from this side. So hopefully they can grow in taller and I can wrap them around this trellis again. This one definitely need a trellis, at least my environment, so I don't break these plants all the time. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. Here's my Hoya Rutosa. It's definitely not the happiest plant at this moment. It actually did flower for me this year, actually about 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you can see, there's still a little bit of flower, dry flower, this tips. It was beautiful flowers. I'm sorry that I didn't take a picture of it. I saw it, I just kept forgetting about it. And then it's all withered, but when the flower withered, the whole plant's kind of withered away. So it doesn't look that healthy. I think maybe I put them into a very loose soil, so this one dried up really fast. Because of that, and I didn't water them on time, so it looks really bad. Maybe this plant likes water, I'm not sure. It looks really bad yesterday, so I let it soaked in water for an hour or two, and it actually bouncing back a little bit better than it was yesterday for sure. So yeah, this might be a Hoya that's actually love water. is my Hoya Crinkle 8. It's such a cute little Hoya. I love this one. And look at this thing. Every little thing just crinkled up and looks so cute. I love the growth pattern on this one too. It just looks very elegant in a way and a little bit quirky on its own. Yeah. And I missed some leaves on this part. I don't see any growth tip on this one either, so I'm not sure. Hopefully there's some leaves will coming out in the middle point. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I don't think this tip is died off, so it haven't grown yet since the fall arrived. I hope it will grow something before the winter, or it's gonna be dormant all the way till spring. But this one is not a fast growing Hoya for sure. I had this one for a year or two already from a small cutting. So yeah, and that's all it grows for that period of time. Here is my Hoya Microfolia variegata. It's definitely a very beautiful Hoya. This one, I think for growing rate, say it might be in the middle. It's not a fast growing Hoya, but it's definitely not slow either. I don't know why this leaves looks a little bit weird. But yeah, it's so beautiful. All the leaves, they look different. And I think this is the new growing tips. So hopefully there's something we're growing before the winter hit. But overall, a healthy looking Hoya for sure. This is my Hoya. I can't see it. I'll put the name down here so you guys can see the name of it. I'm not really 100% sure. I think that's what the Hoya is. I bought it as a no ID Hoya. It's a small rooted cutting, and it has been growing really good to me. It's definitely a slow growing Hoya for sure. It has some petungles. It flowered for me earlier spring, and after that I repotted. It's just been really wrinkled. I think this medium might be too airy for this one, so it needs way more water than I'm giving it. I'm actually watered them about 1.5 weeks. Sometimes I'll dragging all the way to 2 weeks, so maybe some of Hoya are suffering from it. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it's not the healthiest good looking Hoya for sure, but yeah, it's still hanging there. Here is my cute little Hoya Rosetta. I showed you guys in the last Hoya cutting tour video that I showed you guys the cutting from this mother plant. And as you can see where I cut the cutting, it doesn't look pretty good. But besides that, everything else looks good. These two new growths looks pretty good, and I love the color on this one. Has a darker edge on every single leaf with a center darker purple, and then gradually change to green, and then the darker edge. So yeah, it's such a cute little Hoya. It's not a fast growing Hoya. I had this one for 3 years already from a cutting. It doesn't grow in that much or growing that fast, but yeah, I would say if you love the different color on Hoyas, then yeah, this is definitely the one you should get. This is my Hoya pupukela, a royal Hawaiian purple. As you can see, it doesn't look that healthy since I repotted. It was in a smaller pot, so maybe I'm overpotting this Hoya. I'll probably stay in this pot for a little while to see if it can recover. But if it's next spring still doesn't look good, I may repot again to a smaller pot. I also did 2 or 3 cutting from this Hoya just in case something goes wrong with this mother plant. At least I have another cutting that I can grow from the babies. But yeah, it's not the healthiest Hoya for sure. I just love this Hoya because of the colors of the flower, the darker purple flower. I love those pictures. Well, I haven't seen it's blooming on my plant, but yeah, I can't wait for this one to hopefully growing bigger and get a petangle so I can really enjoy those flowers. Here is my Hoya pupukela splash. It's still that big Hoya. I repotted this one from a smaller pot to this pot, and it just looks fantastic. It's such a beautiful one. There's so many leaves and so many branches everywhere. I actually put this one on my new Hoya plant shelf and let it dripping down from the top shelf. It looks so good. It's just such a beautiful Hoya to be dripping down from the corner. And I love the pattern on this one. It's just such a elegant growing pattern on this one. I love this one. And also it flowered for me. This one flowered for me this spring. That's how I found the idea on this Hoya. But yeah, it's definitely not a fussy Hoya. It's so easy to grow and it's so beautiful. This is my Hoya Velvet Grave. Not much to say about this Hoya except I love this Hoya and it's such the beautiful Hoya. And yeah, it's just it's definitely one of the most beautiful Hoya that I have in my collection. So here's my Fishtail mother plant. It had 2 branches and one of those died off earlier this year or in the summertime, so it only has 1 left. I did an emergency repot on this one just because all the leaves were withered away, and that's how this one the branch died off. But I'm glad right now it actually looks really good. There's no new growth on this one yet. I think it might need to grow another shoot in order for it to have new growth. It doesn't have any new growing tips or new leaves on this one yet, so I think it might actually grow a root in the pot, with a lot of my Hoya do that when I repot them. So yeah, as long as the leaves plumped, everything looks healthy, I'll let it be. Here is my new Hoya hand rope that I got it not long ago, about a month or two ago, from a local nursery. So my old one died off and I got this one as a replacement. So far it looks really good. I did a little bit cutting on this one just in case something happened with this one and end up with no handle rope. So the cutting looks good as you guys see on the last video, and the mother plant looks also good. So far it's a happy plant. Here is Hoya Sparkled Pupukela. I'm not 100% sure if this is the real one. I bought this one on Etsy and it just doesn't look like Pupukela to me. The leaves is wider and just not that kind of narrow shaped Pupukela. And it hasn't flowered for me yet, so hopefully after it flower I can have a real idea on this one. Yeah. It doesn't have that much sparkle on them either, so yeah. Here is my Hoya Bella, or the leftover Hoya Bella from my last experiences with the cutting. It grew really good in the spectrum moss. The moment I put them into the soil, that's when the problem started. I'm gonna let them keep in this pot for a little bit, and if they still looks really bad, I may just put them into spectrum moss as a medium and let them grow in spectrum moss. Maybe this Hoya loves spectrum moss. Yeah, you can see it's not good looking Hoya for sure, and that's probably the best branches so far. So yeah, that's a poor Hoya. Here is my Hoya Abuada. As you can see, there's nothing actually happening on this Hoya. I don't think there even a... Oh, actually there's... Am I actually growing something? So here's... It's actually... this part there's several cutting. Though this cutting already died. This one's died. Here is actually the mother plant. It still survived, and there's two new cuttings. It still survive in this pot. Beside that, I think all the other cutting already died off. The tips still growing. Let me see if I can show you guys. And actually the tips still alive, but there's nothing growing on this one. So yeah, but it's such a big Hoya. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Please click like and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a fabulous day. Happy growing!